Hey there! Today we're going to be going for the Platinum Trophy for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. What is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, you ask? You didn't ask that. Ragebound was released earlier this year in June of 2025 and was developed by the Game Kitchen, the same team behind the Blasphemous games. You know, these games. Anyway, Ragebound takes a more classic approach to gameplay with modern elements sprinkled in, obviously more inspired by classic Ninja Gaiden as opposed to its modern 3D counterpart, including tight, fast-paced combat, intricate platforming sections, and intense, bombastic boss fights, all built around that mess around and find out, learn the boss, or die style that the Game Kitchen is known for in the Blasphemous series. It follows Kenji Mozu, a young member of the Hayabusa clan, tasked with eradicating the threat and locking away the Demon Lord. Not bad for his first real mission. Obviously not important enough for Ryu to be called in, because honestly, he just can't be bothered and dips out right at the start. On Kenji's journey, however, he encounters a young assassin named Komori, a hot-blooded member of the Black Spider clan, the Hayabusa clan's somewhat competitors, who throughout this game you'll realize is mostly known for needing a D9 dozer capable of pulling the sticks out of their... After an unfortunate meeting with demons, Komori's spirit becomes entwined with Kenji, now allowing him abilities such as throwing things? Another major part of the overall gameplay is the guillotine, which allows Kenji and Komori to basically bounce and therefore deflect off of everything, except fire. You can't bounce off fire. You can't do it. I tried. All in all, coming together to create an enjoyable but challenging experience. For the most part, challenging. In all seriousness, though, we all know these are here for whoever chooses to use them. Does it invalidate the run if you use them? That's up to you. Does it make you a bad gamer? That's up to you. At the end of the day, we're talking about a single-player offline game here, so realistically, it doesn't affect anyone. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
That's a lie and you know it. We all know who you are, a bunch of weak sauce baby gamers out here using assist mode like your dad never hugged you and mommy turned life on easy mode to make you feel better about the fact that you've shamed your entire familial bloodline by playing games on easy mode. Okay? Get good, get good, get good.
Anyway, the Platinum Trophy for this game lies somewhere in the middle ground of difficulty with moments of potential rage-inducing situations, coming in at 31% achievement rate on PSN profiles. With 36 trophies to grab, for the most part the trophy list is relatively simple, consisting of story trophies such as completing each act, unlocking both endings, which has to be done on 2 separate playthroughs, and finishing the final secret level, which can only be played on hard mode difficulty. So there's your second playthrough. Also including trophies for defeating the big 4 main bosses. Outside of that, the list consists of your typical fare, such as getting your first S rank, getting your first S++ rank, and unlocking and finishing all secret ops levels, which are essentially side stages not needed for story completion that you unlock by locating and collecting secret scrolls hidden throughout certain levels. Speaking of collectibles, we have a couple collectible related trophies, such as finding your first golden scarab, which is effectively your form of currency, finding your first crystal skull. No, not that crystal skull. And subsequently finding all golden scarabs and all crystal skulls. Stop that! Also on the collectible list falls talismans and secret arts items, which is basically your gear and special attacks, granting things such as special abilities like increased damage at low health to screen nukes and special ninja abilities, making use of the woman living inside of Kenji. All jokes aside though, Komori kind of carries Kenji throughout this game because without her, he basically specializes in trying to face tank everything at close range. These are the easiest of the collectibles due to not having to search for them, as they are all bought in the shop, but could still be considered aggravating due to some of them not unlocking without gaining a certain rank in a certain stage. Some of the more aggravating trophies would be the stage-specific trophies, like Art of the Inferno, which requires you to beat a stage completely engulfed in flames, without taking any kind of fire damage. Any fire damage, regardless of where it comes from, whether it's from fire on the ground, fire on the ceiling, meteors falling from the sky, flames coming from enemies' mouths, or from the boss, who almost exclusively has fire attacks. Swiftness of the Spider and Challenge of the Mountain are nowhere near as aggravating as the other two, consisting of one, picking up all collectibles on a single run, and the other simply being finish the stage without dying, with the last being hanging in the bullet involving beating a stage without falling into the abyss. While if your platforming skills are satisfactory, it shouldn't be a problem, it's still very easy to miss a jump from one train car to another and send yourself flying right into restarting the whole stage. Also, can we just take a second here and appreciate this game's soundtrack? While I know that Ninja Gaiden games have never been known for having bad soundtracks, can we just take a second here to appreciate what that they have done? Other miscellaneous trophies are things like slaying 3,000 enemies, which if you're not using assist mode and just running through every stage without fighting anything, you're going to pop this one naturally throughout the 2 required playthroughs, and slaying 500 enemies with hypercharged attacks, which are attacks that you get by killing glowing enemies of the specified colored attack, blue for melee and pink for range, thereby empowering your next attack of that type. I can't see someone missing this one either throughout the 2 playthroughs if you're actually participating in the game's systems. Another being High Efficiency, a trophy that requires you to slay 7 enemies using one single attack. Now I was unsure if this could be a screen nuke or if it had to be a hypercharged attack specifically. Maybe someone can let me know if they ever got this to pop using a screen wipe attack. In the end, I just got it getting a bunch of these weird mutated turd monsters to gather up and then hypercharge all of them at once. As a whole, the trophy list for this game is relatively simple, with one caveat being only certain points of the hard mode playthrough. For the most part, hard mode is similar to normal mode, aside from the fact that apparently every property owner in this world took out stock and spiked flooring and ceiling. Who built this? Why build this? Why do this? Another change which is odd is a complete overhaul of the first main boss fight, requiring you to relearn the entire thing, while not changing anything to any other boss fight. I'm not sure why this choice was made, but regardless, another change would be noticed in a few earlier levels and the later levels for sure, in the form of enemy spam. Major enemy spam. I'm talking classic Ninja Gaiden enemy spam. Now after completing all of that, the last thing you have left to do is just one final boss fight. Man, this is gonna be good. This dude is a crazy looking demon. Heck yeah, here we go, phase 2.
What the hell is even that?
What is that? Where'd his body go?
This just in, game developers seemingly run out of budget money before granting Demon Lord the ability to procreate.
You know, I was just really excited about being a father and all, and now, you know, it's just not in the cards anymore.
Upon completing your hard mode playthrough and remembering to select the other option for whatever ending you still require, your prize is one last secret level, Endless Struggle. Endless Struggle is one final challenge gatekeeping you from that beautiful platinum trophy, requiring you to take on a boss rush of the 4 main boss fights with no heals and no checkpoints. Really negate the challenge of this mission by just turning on incoming damage down to 0%. Or if you have any dignity or self-respect, you could do it the regular way. Even without assist mode, however, this doesn't have to be as bad as it sounds, due to the fact that for this one mission, Kenji and Komori are separated. While this means that either character no longer has access to the screen nukes, what this does mean, however, is that choosing to play as Komori gives you access to unlimited ranged attacks, letting you stay out of the boss's range at all times. Whether you choose to use the relaxed option and play as Komori, or you choose to be the biggest of men who struggle to find pants that fit comfortably and play as Kenji, completing this challenge will mark the end of this journey and finally unlocking that illustrious Platinum Trophy. All in all, this game was a super enjoyable, fun experience that I couldn't put down once I picked up. So far, with Ragebound, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance all releasing this year, 2025 seems to be the year of the ninja, and I'm here for it. Please remember, if you enjoy this kind of content, remember to like and subscribe so I can permanently attach myself to this chair.